Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This video is for Java beginners and students who just started learning Java programming language. I know beginners always get confused where to start. My advice is don't overthink and just keep to the basic first. Everything will be clear when you have basic concept of Java language and coding experience. I'm going to post a list of videos to cover all the basics. These videos are going to be short and simple. If you are interested, subscribe to my channel and let us learn together. Okay, without further ado, let's get to our video. Today we're going to cover the Java fundamentals, including Java framework, keywords, identifiers, and the naming conventions for identifiers. We will also cover the data types and some common methods commonly used with the data types. Now we are in our Eclipse workspace right now. If you've never created a project before, let's do it again. Just go to the new and project here, click the Java project here, go down and put your project name here, name sample, and go next and finish. You will see on the left side this package explorer. You will see all your project here and click the sample project we just created. Then you will see the source folder. Then let's create a new class here. The class, we can type the name here, data type here, and just mark the main method here, and I will explain more about this method later. And finish. In the middle of the workspace is editor. The editor is where we're gonna write our codes. Look at the class. The class in the top, you will see the package. The package is the folder where the class is. And you will see all those highlight words. They are keywords. They're just telling you where they really are. Now here is the package name. The package name is lowercase. So we need to remember when we write a package, their name should always be lowercase. Look at the public class. Public class is the keywords that's telling you that's a class, and it's public, that you can access from outside. That's what basically means the public. And they also have private. Now we will talk about more in the future. Follow the class, you will see the class name. The name is follow the camel case, so we will know the difference. It's a class, not something else. So we follow the name convention, so we don't get confused about the name. So the camel case, the first letter is always capitalized. Then followed will be curly braces. Curly braces is like a block, so everything is going to the class. It's inside of this curly braces. And inside of the class, we can have a lot of methods. Here we have one method, but we can create more methods if we need. Okay, the methods has their own name convention too. So for this method, main method, here you will see it's lowercase, and the letter all lowercases. So you need to remember that. And that has a return type is void. So about this we're gonna talk about more in the future, and we just need to know all those key all our codes is going to be inside of the methods. You can't write outside here. You don't write stuff like here, but everything go into here. Okay, we can create more. I can create more method like public string called data. Okay, it will automatic. You need to return type here, return a string name. Okay, here see we have two methods here. One is main method and one is called data method, and we can use this data method inside of this. We just need to call it. We'll talk about more about that. So that's all we needed to know about the structure of this class. And we will look at some the classes and the library and the package they're already written and in Java. So we have a Java library. There are many packages. We will see something to understand more about the package in Java. I just want to show you what I mean by the structure of class and package. Now we're in the Java document inside the package of name. Then inside this package we have a lot of classes here. We use a lot of classes here like Boolean, float, math, integer. These classes we use in our design and writing code. So when we learn more about Java programming, we'll learn more about those packages. It's already in the Java library. We don't really need to write it ourselves. Okay, let's look at one of the class here. We go to the math class. See the name is capitalized, the first letter. Okay, let's go in there. We'll see a lot of methods in here. There are a lot of methods we use a lot in our designing. So we will learn a little bit, a few methods from this class when we talk about the data type. Okay, let's go back to the next topic we're gonna talk about. So far we have learned how to create your project folder, package and classes, and the methods in the class. Now we are going to write some code. Let's go back to my first project folder and go to the Hello World class. And inside the main method, I already have some notes, comments here. Now let's look at Hello World class. At the beginning of the video, we talked about keywords. All those highlight words are keywords. Those keywords also called reserved words. We can't use for other use. So at those positions, they're only use the keywords. Those keywords can't not be used for names. So we need to learn another word is identifier. So what is identifier? Identifiers are names. What names? Package names, class name, method name, variables name. So all those names are identifiers. Identifiers has its own name convention. So for package, the package has their name convention is all lower cases. So for the class name, follow the camel case. So you will know that the first letter is capitalized. If you have another word, it will be capitalized the first letter as well. The main method is all lower cases, and for the variable names, it's all lower cases. But sometimes you can do like BF, the second word, second letter capitalized is okay. Okay, now we're gonna talk about the data types. So there are two types of data. So one type is primitive, another type is non-primitive. Today we're going to only talk about primitive data type. So we already have this here, Boolean, char, integer, and float, and short. Those are all primitive data type. Those data is very pure and simple. They don't do a lot of stuff. It's just values. That's why it's pure and simple. Now we're gonna talk about how to declare the variable names for different data type. First comes the Boolean. Boolean take a true and a false value. So it's how we declare the Boolean type, data type, true or false, or we can do this way, say equals new Boolean here. Remember here needs the quotation, double quotation marks here. And the next one's char is very simple, just equals with single. You need to remember it's single quotation mark here. So just equals C, and integer, I equals 9, it's a whole number, that's why it's called integer. And float, we need to pay attention, we need to put F in the end of the number. Because the only difference is if you don't put the F in the end, the virtual machine will recognize it as double here. So the double, it's the same, they take decimal places. So the integer, if they put decimal place here, it's a double anymore, so it's not integer. You can use data type integer here anymore. You have to use double. We're not gonna talk about all the data type here. If you're interested, you can do some research and play around by yourself. Okay, now we have all those variables, so we're gonna use it in the program. So now we're gonna use the system.out.print method to use to print out all those variables in the console. So we can do Boolean, just put the variable name here. You don't need to do the whole thing. That's why we declare them first, so we can use later. So this letter needs to be capitalized because it's a class. We look at here, you will see it's in the name package. It's a class name here. Now let's just copy this, go in, go. Let's change to char. Now let's run our program. You need to remember you need to put this in the end, otherwise there will be errors. Okay, let's run our program. See, it's all the variables, the values are here in one single line here. We don't want that happening. Well, we want it to look good, so we just use this method instead print. Save it and run it. See, now we can see it's in different lines. We know some data type and how to declare the variable names. Now let's start learning some methods or classes from the Java library that we can use that to compute numbers. The first method we're gonna use is square root. It's from the math class. Let's put our mouse sign. We can see the math class is from the name package. The name package is default included in the Java, so we don't need to import it. Let's see, the return type is double. So if every method has a return type. For the square root, we know that when we put a number in there, sometimes that can be decimal place, so that returns a double. So we can use integer here. When we use the method, we need to use the math class here first, and then put a dot here. Then we can use the methods from the class. That's why we write the class name, capital letter here. And the next method we're going to learn is the poll. So this is the exponential. So when 3 raised the power to 2, so it will be 9 here. The square root of 4 is 2. Let's check the let's run in the console, see what's coming. Okay, see here we got 2.0, it's double the data type, and the 2 power of 2 is 9. So we learn in other places we're gonna use the math class. We just need to remember some common used methods on the way learning process, and we can learn some more methods. The next one we're gonna talk about the Boolean. Boolean, we're gonna talk about equals, because we think about if something equals something, either not or yes. So in this case we can use Boolean. Here, name me uncomment. If you want to comment something, you do control and slash, and when you want to uncomment it's same, use control and slash here. Okay, here see we have the Boolean type here, we use string here, we're gonna talk about that in the future. So this word string, we'll see if it's equals to this string here. If it's equal, then we'll return true. If it's not equal, it'll be false. So we will see this method here because this is a string, so we don't need to say string something to use this method because itself already is a string, because the string is in the quotation mark. So this just presents a string class. So we just do, this is actually a class, like acting like a class here. So we use dot equals here. You will see, we'll see if it's if it returns true or false. Let's see true here. So string is equals to string. If it's not equal, we'll see save and run, false. Okay, that's all we're gonna talk about today. If you like my video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to watch more videos in the future, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.